Welcome back on the channel, guys. So I've been using EtherFi quite a lot this past month for their 15% cashback rewards. It was an ongoing promo, ride and dine. And now there's a new one upcoming. If you didn't hop into this one, you can still do it. Of course, there's time still, but in April, they're launching another one. So these guys are doing incredibly aggressive marketing, incredibly high cashback rewards, and you get the cashback almost instantly. So in this case, I'm getting ETH or wrapped Ethereum for the cashback. Usually they would pay USDC, and in this new campaign, they will pay up USDC. So for this upcoming April, we'll have 10% cashback on spending plus 10% cashback on your referral spend. So if you invite people, you also get a bonus of whenever they spend. Of course, this is not unlimited. There's going to be a cap to it. Usually the caps will be at around $40, $50, $60. It pretty much depends on where you are in the world. I know that in the US, that is where they run the highest caps on these cashback rewards. Eligible on food and restaurant purchases. And the cashback this upcoming month will be USDC, not Ethereum. Ethereum has been the payout for these past months. Since December, I think. I've been using EtherFi even throughout December. They also do have other stuff running. They announce everything on their X or Twitter profile. So here it is. Let's take a look at it. And actually fresh news. So now we can deposit from Solana and Tron using stables. USDC on Sol and USDC on Tron are now accepted for deposits with EtherFi. So bullish news. This is one of the biggest limitations of EtherFi, in my opinion. They were very much dedicated to the Ethereum ecosystem. Cross-chain deposits were not all that accessible outside of the Ethereum ecosystem. That seems to be changing. So yeah, the cashback is real. This is one of the most reliable platforms I've been using. If you are looking for something to replace your bank, I mean, EtherFi, it's probably the best option in my opinion. Or even if you have a bank account and you want something better than it, EtherFi is a much better option in my opinion. I rather use EtherFi than a bank account because I will have to pay account maintenance, card maintenance, a lot of nonsense taxes with bank accounts that I do not have to worry about with EtherFi, and here the vault is under my custody. And when you spend with EtherFi cards, you'll get cashback that bank cards don't get you. So I think it's a no-brainer. And another of the benefits of using EtherFi is definitely that you can choose either to spend with direct pay, or the other option is going to be the borrow mode. With borrow mode, you do not have to sell your crypto. You will instead use it as collateral. As you spend, a loan will be taken against your crypto, which is used as collateral with a 4% borrow APY. So you can then pay that later, of course, in order to not get exposed to liquidation risk. But you can have solid blue chip assets. I rather use direct pay instead of borrow mode. The only thing you need to consider is when you're using direct pay, as you can see, I have a total vault balance of over $25, but I can only spend $9.95. And that's because when using direct pay, card purchases only use, at least as of now, USDC, USDT, or liquid USD balance. So that means all of these other tokens, for example, the Ethereum that I've been getting with cashback, the scroll that I got also previously with cashback, these will not be eligible for direct pay spending, but we can convert them. At any point in time, I can come here, choose the asset if I would want to sell my scroll right now and swap it for something else that I'm allowed to spend with direct pay mode. Now, the other thing about liquid USD is that you can deposit your stables in the shape of USDC or USDT into their liquid USD vault. So actually I showed you in another video how that worked step by step, how you can deposit, but it's really simple. You just need to come here in the earn tab on the left side, you see, and then there's plenty of options for liquid assets. Ethereum, Bitcoin, USD yield is having a 4.34% APY, and this is what you can deposit to earn this APY while you can still use your USD in the vault for normal spending. Now, if you are wondering about foreign transaction fees, I'm in Europe. I use this card all the time. I pay, at least on average, 0.5% foreign transaction fee. You just have to make sure that when you're prompted in which currency you want to spend, they will ask you either dollars, because the account here is nominated in dollars, right? So they will ask you either to pay with dollars or euros. Select euros all the time, because when you do that, EtherFi itself is taking care of the foreign transaction markup. And you will get a much better deal doing that instead of choosing dollars, because when you choose dollars, it's the bank of the merchant that you are paying at that will decide the conversion rate. And usually you'll pay a much higher markup fee, up to 5%. I tested that before already, so trust me, choose euros, not dollars when you're spending. Actually, wherever you are in the world, just choose the local currency. This applies everywhere across the world, so that you can let EtherFi handle the foreign transaction and give you the best rate, all right? So that's a bit of information about how the platform works, how you can use it to hold your funds, to invest with these liquid vaults. There's still risk in these liquid vaults, don't get me wrong. It's DeFi, smart contract risk is ever present. You'll get something above 4%. You see, for the past 3 months, the average is 5.6, but you'll get something at around over 4% a year by holding your USD in these vaults, and you can still use it to spend through direct pay mode. If instead you have a lot of Ethereum that you want to deploy into those liquid vaults, or even Bitcoin, you can still earn yield. And in that case, if you want to spend from that vault, you'll have to instead choose the borrow mode, right? Just pay attention that borrow mode comes with a 4% borrow APY, so you need to make sure that the vault is yielding you at least that amount, if not more, which usually is not the case, but you are also exposed with a volatile asset that hopefully in the future, the price appreciation will just offset that borrow APY, which is higher than you are earning here. All right, so a few things to have in mind. If you haven't tested EtherFi, go check it out. Start small, do a small deposit, throw in a couple $100, use the card. If you're cool with KYC, I mean, you are already KYC'd at your bank, so if you're cool with that, you'll get some nice cash back for the upcoming month just by spending with it, which likely you're not getting on your bank. All right, guys? So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care. Keep exploring crypto, and I'll see you in the next one.